Welcome to the Colleagues for Life podcast.
Well, thank you.
So this particular episode is going to air on my birthday.
Aww,
Yeah.
that's very sweet. Why am I so honored?
Well, I feel like we have done the work of life together.
Yes, for many years. Intertwined in many ways. Yes. Yes.
Indeed. So,
Aw,
welcome to the club.
thank you.
All right, friends, you know the drill by now. Colleagues for Life, we are a podcast that focuses on the magic of human connection and the people that we do the work of life with. So today on the podcast, I have my near and dear friend, Francine.
Hello.
And Francine, I usually like to start this podcast a little bit with how we know each other, because the series that we're doing right now is called Origin Stories.
Okay.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and then how you remember us meeting.
Okay. Tell you about me. I am a mom of 2 children, and I grew up in Edmonton. Been there my whole life. I love sports. Yeah, I'm a nurse, and I met you in elementary.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, just a few years ago.
Just a few years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we grew up really down the street, and yeah, grew up together.
Yeah.
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 All the way through to university.
Right.
We went to school together anyway. But
Yeah. And we also were each other's, what would you say, carpool to college? Really reluctantly. Like neither of us wanted to do that drive, but I think I wanted to do that drive with you.
somehow we made it magical.
We did.
Maybe tolerable, smaller than magical. It got us to school every day.
We did. And it might have been magical. I feel like there's a lot of good music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah. Take something terrible and make it.
Make it better.
Yeah. Memorable, right? Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Hi. It's funny because my recollection is that we were not in the same class until grade 8.
Yeah.
We lived close by. You were across a big road. And going to your house meant that I got to pass was it the Red Rooster?
It was Red Rooster at the time.
Oh my gosh.
By St. Candy's.
Yeah. It was a good day when I got to go that way.
We were kind of very parallel for a long time. Like shared a wall probably at school for a long time. But we had parallel lives and down the street and like literally and figuratively.
Yeah, same grade, same same circle of friends, did things together, were at the same birthday parties, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, which makes for a different kind of origin story than some of the ones that we've discussed earlier, where there was a distinctive job or something that brought us together. And when I was reflecting on you, I was thinking about these distinctive moments of Francine that have shaped my life in ways that I'm left like, thank goodness for you.
Oh, what do I owe this? Please.
I was thinking about, it was Mr. Pritchard,
At
grade 8.
Okay, yeah.
That was the portable we were in.
Okay. Oh, yes.
Yes.
Thank you. That name we were struggling with.
Yeah, we were struggling to find. And there was 4 of us in that class. And I just remember Thursday early out day, Little Caesars, pizza, and Crazy Bread. And then going to watch Days of Our Lives in Kristen's basement.
Which I don't know if we were really allowed to watch it, but we recorded it.
And we would walk to Little Caesars and then walk to Kristen because it wasn't as far as our house. But no, we were 100% not allowed to watch it, especially at Kristen's house. That one stands out.
Yeah.
The next moment that stands out for me that I feel like was a corner turner for our friendship was when the day you got your license.
Oh.
You called me and you said, I got my license. Do you want to go to a movie?
Yeah.
And you came and picked me up.
We drove with a white car. Oh my gosh, I kind of forgot about that. That's so cool you say that and like a memory comes flooding back. Yeah. That's fun. Okay.
Yeah. And I remember feeling so grown up in that moment because I was like, oh my gosh, I have a friend who drives.
Not terrified?
Oh, I was not terrified. I trusted you
Hey.
implicitly. I'm like, Francine's way more responsible than me. And my mom was like, oh, it's Fran. You go for it.
Perfect.
Yeah. We were fine. And then I think after that, it might have been the college drives to school in the morning. Those were
Because funny enough, we actually didn't go to high school together.
No, we did not.
We, of course, like stayed close. We had, again, parallels, friends, and
Yeah.
but yeah, we actually didn't go to the same school. But
We did not.
yeah,
You went to the close school and I went to a far school.
yeah, you don't want to take a bus.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah.
Did you take a bus though?
No.
Really? You walked?
Mm-hmm.
Because that was still a walk.
Yeah, walked or biked.
No one stole your bike?
No. I guess before the times when you didn't have to worry about that quite as much. A little more innocent times. Yeah. So we had $100 bike, maybe. Maybe that was part of the, like a big factor. No one wanted that bike.
No one wanted the bike. Totally.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
funny.
I have a lot of memories of you, obviously. I mean, they all come flooding back even still of stuff. But tumbling.
Really?
Yeah.
When, where?
Everywhere. That's the funny part.
Oh.
Tumbling down the hallway in junior high.
Oh, when I split my pants or not.
Yes. Sorry. Enough. You did.
I did. It's okay. It's fine.
And tumbling. Well, I wasn't there, but at your grad.
Oh, yeah.
Saw
Yeah.
pictures, and I remember that.
Because there's a bunch of people from your high school at my graduation.
Yes, and I think you even had a photo, and like you were wearing a dress, so that's kind of memorable too.
Yeah.
Outside a place called The Drink.
I remember that one. But I did not successfully land that backflip.
Why that particular one? Because you tumble a lot.
That one should have had stitches on my chin, I'm sure. We went to band camp together in Banff. Well, that is an interesting story because you showed up at my workplace once. And it was not a normal workplace. And how you got there was the wildest story to
Yeah.
me. Do you want to share your version and then I'll like fill in the blanks?
That we connected across the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to think back why I was in Europe in the first place. Just traveling. Just
You were there
a
for a
summer.
wedding in
Was that
Germany.
The
Yeah.
wedding one?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was there for a wedding. And then, of course, I'm in Europe. I'm going to take some time off to travel. And you were spending your summers working at a camp as a, like, trampoline, right? Instructor, kind of?
My job title was specialist on assignment.
Okay.
And I feel like this
right.
already is opening up a whole other avenue of colleagues for life. Like a whole other series that needs to happen.
But anyway, you were in Switzerland. I was in Europe. So that's, seems like a very close place. So I started making my way around up to Switzerland to come find you. Happened to run into some people along the way that somehow through casual conversation were like in Athens, Greece. Like, well, I know Megan. Oh, really?
You know Megan?
Yeah, the one that's in this little tiny town in Switzerland, the same town. Yeah, that Megan. And so we kind of went a little bit on the same path, met each other, and then all rejoined in a very fun time in Switzerland.
Oh, because that was my last year working at camp before I hung up my camp pom-poms. And that's also another story for another time, hanging up pom-poms. Because I was at camp and it was, that was the worst one. My luggage got lost. It showed up 3 weeks late. And one of the people that you met on that trip had lent me all of her stuff while she was gone. Like her Birkenstocks, her clothes. She was like, you just have at her. Here's my suitcase for the summer.
Weeks.
I'm going to Greece. I don't need half of it. So she packed a little backpack, left me with her stuff because I didn't have any clothes. And so they all came back 2 days before camp started or before training started. And they get out of the van. And I remember one of them coming out and he gives me the biggest hug. And he's like, we have such a surprise for you. And he's just like rocking me back and forth. I'm like, this is what is going on. And everyone has this like wink and a nudge and they had brought all these new people. And I was like, what is happening? So I kind of just left it there. And 3 days later, I was at camp and someone came to get me because I was leading an activity. And they're like, Megan, we need you for a second. I was like, okay. And I remember coming to the front and there was Francine. And I'm just like, I knew you were in Europe.
Yeah.
We were like, yeah, we'll figure it out. But like,
Yeah.
do you figure it out? It was like the early aughties. We had email at best. You were paying $10 for 5 seconds.
And you had to go to a cafe. Yeah.
Yeah. So there was like,
Yeah.
we had one computer in the staff room. Like there was zero chance we were going to actually figure it
Connect
out on
that
our own.
easily, yeah.
And then in comes Francine, and I think I cried.
It was a little off the beaten path too, and I wanted to be there for Canada Day.
Yes.
And I did in fact make it. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
did. You
And I knew a few people along the way.
You did. You had
Yeah.
made like some. You said it so casually that you just like met these people, but you like met them on a cruise, and then you hung out with them for a couple of days.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you got to know them. You knew their names. They knew you. They were excited
Yeah.
about you. Like it
Yeah.
was a big deal.
And
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big world, and nowadays it's quite, easily connected. But at the time, the fact that we're halfway across the world and to run into the people that knew you and knew you quite well,
Yeah.
quite randomly in a foreign country, city, amazing, actually.
Such a cool story of serendipity, like very
Yeah.
kismet, right? We did Canada Day together in Switzerland,
Yeah.
which for us was kind of a big deal. It usually was this big party, and we all would go to the dollar store before we left Canada and get like tattoos
Yeah.
and like shot glasses and
Yeah.
dress up and
Have a few representatives.
yes, exactly. Yes, and sing "O Canada" a few times.
Yeah.
It was super fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was a very, very special moment to me. And decades later, yeah. And interesting because one of the other ones that sticks in my mind that I think was a real community builder that you and I just naturally kind of came about one day is we were sitting in my condo drinking wine on the floor because you and I had this deal that when we got together, we had to do something that we needed to do, whether it was go to the gym, whether it was eat, whether it was we needed a walk, or
Yeah.
we kind of had this thing of like, there's not enough time in life. Let's do the stuff we need to do
Two
together.
birds with one stone, and yeah.
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 And so I think you'd brought over a salad that you'd never made before.
Yeah.
And I made something I'd never made before.
Yeah.
And we were just like, it's so nice to just feel like you're not being judged
Yeah.
for trying something new.
And be like, I'm sorry, I've never tried this on anybody before, so you're someone I'm safe with. So I'm sorry, but let's try this.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that tended to be our go-to.
And then when it like was knocked out of the park, you're like, oh wow, we're amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And usually it was.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
you've ever food poisoned me.
I don't know if we had any flops really trying out our whatever random. And so then it became all those recipes you save that you never try, all those random things. Okay, I'm the safe person to try this on. So bring the things you've always wanted to make and try it out. And then it progressed to like a theme, right?
It's funny talking about this now because I think about the context of things like TikTok viral recipes or something you see on Instagram. That just wasn't really a thing.
Yeah.
These were the days where people took a picture of their coffee or their feet in the grass or selfies. Like that was Instagram feeds. There wasn't these viral
things, yeah.
clips
It
that
stayed
were.
within your friends too.
Yeah.
Largely, right?
And it was still chronological at that point.
Yeah.
Where if you posted it in the morning, you went on your Instagram in the evening, you'd scroll and it was like the things that were posted in the morning come up first. And yeah, it was before there was a weight on like what was popular. So the fact that we were just testing recipes that we wanted to try, they were like clipped from magazines.
Yeah. Go copy it.
Yeah,
Put it in a binder.
yeah, seriously. Or you like took a picture of it with your phone.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. And I think that night we were like, wouldn't it be funny if we had a club, like a dinner club with friends where that was it. We just had a theme and said, just try something you've never made before and show up.
And it went from two of us, I think got a little bit smaller, to how many would you say in the end? Like we had some pretty big tables sometimes of girls.
I think we had about 50 people in there at some point.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
So I think it was around for about 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. And then kids, like, everyone started having kids.
Yeah, we'd have the kids
Yeah,
over
yeah,
too.
yeah.
So the idea, if I remember it correctly, and dinner club with friends, like hop on the comments or come on and join us. I remember we'd pick a theme, or the host would pick a theme,
Yeah.
and your job as the host would be to make the main, and then everybody else would say they're either in or they're out. Like you'd create an event in the Facebook group.
Yeah.
People would say if they're coming or not, and they'd tell you what they're bringing. And usually someone would bring. We always had a space for if someone was having a week, you brought wine. Like
Yeah.
that was a job. Like you could just bring wine. That's cool.
Yeah.
Like
Very
just
important job.
yeah.
So,
Seriously,
yeah.
just show up.
Yeah.
And then everybody else would pick like a dish. And I think our first theme was pumpkin.
Yeah. Yeah. You mentioned that, and I was like, oh, yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
And the creativity was unreal when you think of pumpkin. Okay, pumpkin pie, pumpkin muffin or something, but you had a pumpkin curry and People really made some quite amazing things. Like, there's some talented friends we have.
What I remember, what was interesting about that is that there was a couple of core groups, and depending on who hosted, you would get a different mix of people.
Yes.
I remember the biggest one we had, I think, was 14 or 15 at a time.
And hence why our group kept growing on Facebook. Because, like, yeah, you get a couple friends from this person come in, and then you get a couple people from this, and all like-minded. Or, like, totally unique, and, yeah, just added so much fun to the group, yeah.
Yeah, they were all
Yeah.
really interesting
Yeah.
women. I liked the idea of you could just, if you knew somebody, if you were in the club and you knew somebody, they were welcome. Because you were in the club and we liked you.
Yeah,
So you could invite whoever you wanted.
Yeah, we failed to set any criteria of who could come in this group. It was just,
Yeah.
do you like to eat?
Do you like dinner? And I
Yeah.
think we did it pretty consistently once a month for, it was
wow.
like 4 years,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I still remember the day you were moving away, and so we were all in your house. I think you hosted kind of the last official one, and we have that photo from it. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and you
Yeah.
were frowning in the picture.
I know. I was gonna say that. Everyone's celebrating, and I was like, "Oh, I'm so sad. Megan's moving," and I was right in
Womp.
the middle. Like, who is that Debbie Downer?
Not at all. I loved it. I was like, oh.
So funny.
Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what? You gotta celebrate the people who are just real. It's
I'm sad.
I was sad. And I still miss Edmonton.
Funny.
That was a beautiful time in life. It's funny to think about just how much we have witnessed and how much context we have of each other. Yet for me, when it comes to you, I'm still surprised by you in a good way in life. Like I hear things that you're doing or things that you've done or things that you're planning to do. And I'm like, or we go back into a story and I'm like, oh, I didn't know that happened. Like,
Yeah.
it's, you can know somebody for most of your life and still get to know them, even at times that you might have even been present for.
Yeah.
And
That's true.
They're still unknown about it.
The complexity of humans, hey. But yet, like, the deepest of roots, like, really to have had somebody from my childhood that we have known each other forever, which is not to be taken for granted for, you know? Like, you think you know everything about a person. You never do.
Never.
Yeah. Especially you. You're always full of surprises. Keep life interesting.
Totally.
Always. It has always been interesting.
It has been.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. And just appreciate that level of, I'd say, mixture of consistency, but also just, like you said, I don't think we have taken our friendship for granted ever. Like, we've been there for each other. I feel honored that you've been open to me being around for the ride.
There's such a level of comfort with somebody who, like, just has known you for this long and through all the things.
But it's rare, especially in women. I don't, like, we see friendships that have been for a while, but sometimes they start later in life.
Yeah.
I don't, like, even high school friends, junior high friends, or friends that you meet in your, like, adulthood, some stick, some don't. And I just think meeting somebody in kindergarten and we're still talking.
Yeah.
My son is starting kindergarten this year.
I know. If we think about all the things our life have been through that we've kind of been, side by side for, it's pretty cool. There's an incredible comfort in, like, we have been apart and we have different things, but, like, this person that just kind of knows you in a way that's sort of indescribable, because, like, knows you from afar, it's pretty neat, pretty amazing.
So there's a question that I have on the podcast that I ask everyone, and I know our form of colleague for life is a little bit different than other people. If you were to reflect on what makes someone a good colleague in life, what comes to mind for you?
Oh, wow. A good colleague for life. I would just say acceptance. I mean, we've been through so much, and no matter what, that we could always find something relatable in it. And I guess just we know each other to the core, so you never feel judged. Like, just we know the good person that's underneath there. We can say anything, and so yeah, just I don't know if that summarizes what we have for a friendship for 40 years, but yeah, there's a level of acceptance there that just a comfort knowing they know who you are.
I love that.
Yeah.
What it comes to mind as you're saying that is this good intent. Like with you, I know that you are always coming from a really, truly pure place. You have no intention to harm anyone ever. You're one of the best people I know. Like for real.
Yeah.
You're such a heart of gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of knowing each other for so long. Is if I came to you and say I ranted and raved about something and I was having, you wouldn't take me for just that. I'm just having a day, and that, like, you know my broad views and you know me in the core, that I can be free to rant and rave one day, because like you won't just judge me on just that moment, you know.
Oh, totally.
But nice to have a person to be able to rant to, that's for sure.
Oh, heck yeah. I do love it.
Yeah.
Some people call me dramatic, but I really love listening to what's going on in your life, and I would rather you be honest than just be like, yeah, it's fine.
Exactly.
And then what do we talk about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the weather? We do that anyway, but is that all we talk about?
Life would be boring if it was perfect, and what would we learn? Nothing.
That's very true. Wiser words have not been spoken.
Yeah.
The other side of that question is, what makes you a good colleague in life?
That's a good question. I guess the reciprocal of the acceptance is like just being a good listener, and obviously life is busy and stuff, but when your people need you, obviously it's easy, right? It's like you've known them forever, so a good listener and a good comfort for people to be able to open up towards them. Yeah, because time has gone, and when we haven't seen each other, but yet then somehow nothing has passed. So I guess just being open
And you are very available for the people that you love. I know that if I were to be like, hey, friend, I need a chat, it usually doesn't come out that way, but it's like, I just know that you're there for me. You're a number that I think to call if I needed something, and you've always been there to listen. Sometimes we're like cleaning our house on the phone together. But again, we're doing things that need to get high-functioning friendship.
Yeah.
But I want to know what you're excited about now. What is up and next for you? Like, what could we, as a community of this Colleagues for Life, what could we lift up for you and cheer you on about?
Be surrounded by people that are so motivated and so driven in life. We've gone through all these stages, and we kind of like had little kids together, and then jobs and all that sort of stuff. And I have people that are motivated. So it's like, what's the next step in life, right? And I have my people that are going through it, and they're pursuing things, and they're my cheerleader of, you can do that, and I've done, just seeing people constantly changing and challenging. And so my friends have been so motivating when you have that itch of, okay, what's next? What's the next challenge? How can we shake this up a little bit? What's the next stage for me? So just by having people themselves that are driven, then that has been the greatest example for me, and comfort, because I can see other people do it. So thank you to my friends for being driven, motivated, and
you have a lot of fearless friends. Does it ever make you think that maybe that's a reflection of who you are too, that you're surrounded by such because you are such?
We're all kind of like-minded, and we've had the same sort of paths along the way, so obviously it's continuing, but I feel like I've had some people that are like one step ahead, and so that's been very lucky for me, always in pursuing the next great step in life. And
I feel like you and I are in this threshold of things changing again, and I'm sure there's all sorts of reasons for that, that are bigger than us, that are also because of us, or just phase of life, that sort of thing. But I see so many adventures in our future.
It's like happening again, but in a different cycle, and things are different.
Well, friend, I appreciate you. Thanks.
Likewise.
Thanks for coming on the pod.
My pleasure. I don't know if I could summarize our friendship in decades of memories, but it's pretty fantastic. That's all I could say.
I couldn't agree more. I
Yeah.
feel pretty lucky.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here today.
My pleasure.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you later, friends. Until next time.